Well, guys, the hype train has left the station, and Season 5 is off to its start. But was it a good start or a bad start? Well, join me on my review of the season opener, Cutie Map. So we start this episode in Twilight's new home. I personally taken to calling it the Palace of Friendship, but I'm sure someone else has come up with a better name. We see each of them sit in their respective thrones while Twilight questions the purpose of the new palace. It seems the rest of the main six aren't as curious.
Found all 6 keys, defeated T-Rex, and got this sweet castle. End of story.
Speaking of curiosity, I'm curious as to why they didn't notice the symbols on their thrones glow as they sit in them. Oblivious, thou art the main six! The obliviousness leaves them as, in some pretty amazing animation, the power of their cutie mark summons a holographic map of Equestria.
Is that new? I like it. This is incredible. It's got all of Equestria. Hi, Mom and Dad.
Okay, writers. Why did you hit Spike with the idiot stick? Again, I know he's a child, but come on. He had so many lessons before this, you'd think he'd think before acting. But our heroines' attention are drawn to their cutie marks as they point towards an area in the east. Well, it seems one by one, the main six agree to travel to this place, leaving Spike to be pushed out by the plot. At least it's a better reason than what they did in Testing 1, 2, 3. We then get a montage of the train moving across Equestria, ending, then going in reverse? Okay, does the train have a reverse mode? Or was there an engine at the rear that we didn't see? After a bit of trekking, and what I assume is an Indiana Jones reference, oh come on, that looks like the bridge from Temple of Doom. Tell me I'm not the only one who thought that. They eventually arrive at the town of Blandsville, and Twilight feels suspicious of dangers. And here we see Solid Pie return, as she does unnecessary sneaking under rocks. Snake would be so proud. We eventually get to the town and... Okay, what the heck? Writers, are you trying to scare your audience? Because those are the smiles of psycho killers.
Look at the cutie marks.
Oh, and they have the same cutie mark. I've touched upon this in my trailer analysis, stating that this is some plot to force equality on every pony. We then meet our villain, Starlight Glimmer. Oh, come on, writers. First we have Twilight Sparkle, then Sunset Shimmer, and now Starlight Glimmer. You guys see the connection, right? That aside, she doesn't seem like your typical villain. Just look at her expression as she shares her ideals. She truly believes in this whole equality thing. And then we get our musical number, which is surprisingly not bad. The song does its job, and that explains what Starlight is trying to accomplish, and even uses choreography to demonstrate. Even the rhythm is fitting, almost sounds like their own national anthem.
They'll finally understand what we're trying to accomplish.
And there's the villainous side. Seems her intentions are less pure than we thought. Like we even thought her intentions were pure. We then cut to our main hero sitting down for food.
We have muffins.
This place would be Derpy's paradise. Or not. Now we meet Sugar Belle, the local caterer. And she seems confused about how the main six went from arguing to agreeing. It really gives us some insight into how these residents think. She suspiciously invites them into her house, and we get a pretty clever plan to get in. Though it ended up making Pinkie Pie sick. Poor Pinkie. They make their way to the basement where...
It's a trap!
Actually no, Admiral. It seems that these residents in particular are fascinated by cutie marks. And they even explain how they even got their cutie marks replaced. The main six go to investigate this Cutie Vault, which is where the removed marks are kept, and are led there by Starlight Glimmer. I cannot see this going well. She leads them to a cave where the main six gaze upon the iPhone 20, and they are shown the Staff of Sameness. Riveting name. Pinky then gives away how they learned about the vault, typical Pinky, and...
Shall we?
Okay, Admiral, you can. Sorry, Admiral. Twilight beat you to it. Twilight attempts to stop Starlight, but gets hit by the magic staff, causing her to lose her cutie mark. Jeez, that looks painful. And it isn't long before the rest of the main six follow. Wow, this episode really has more equality symbolism than Other M with motherhood. Okay, part 2. We cut to a few hours later, back to the oddly unnamed town, where the main six are... Okay, whoa. What? What the heck am I looking at? Jeez, no wonder the other townsfolk are so creepy. This is borderline brainwashing. I mean, just look at the setup. Speakers with repeating messages, propaganda. This is bucking indoctrination. My Little Pony, everyone. Magic, friendship, and sinister cults that will brainwash you. Jeez, guys, I thought this was a kid's show. As the main six talk, we see the result of losing their cutie mark. This equal sign seems to reduce any sense of individuality. Pinky gets energetic, then she becomes indifferent. Fluttershy can't speak to animals. Rarity loses her sense of fashion, and Applejack loses both her strength and her countryism. Twilight then expresses some doubts.
I haven't studied Eastern unicorns as much as I should have, but I'm pretty sure
Wait. She said Eastern, right?
I haven't studied Eastern unicorns as much as I should have.
Okay, let's see. Desire for equality, Eastern. Oh, Celestia, Starlight's cult is a communism parody. Well, I wouldn't say communist, really. The idea of communism is that all people share money and property equally, while this version seems to be more on social equality rather than property. Things really seem bleak and depressing, while the very sunbeams continue to hammer in the equality symbolism. But it seems Twilight finally comes up with a plan.
We don't actually have to escape. They'll just let us out when they think we've accepted their philosophy.
Wow, kudos to Twilight for coming up with a better plan than Celestia. And who's the lucky pony to be given this important task? Why, dear sweet Fluttershy, of course. But Starlight abuses Fluttershy's good nature and tries to get her to hoof the rebel ponies. And to our surprise, one of them, a pony named Party Favor, takes the blame. Such a brave stallion, though I do feel bad for him. Poor guy gets thrown back into indoctrination, and he begins to doubt his choice. Fluttershy is brought to Starlight's home to stay as her cottage is being built. And that night she becomes Santa-shy. Fluttershy plans to get her friend's cutie marks back, only to discover that they are now in Starlight's possession. Oh, and that's not the only shocking part.
What a twist!
What? You mean to tell me that Starlight's equal cutie mark is fake? In all honesty, we should have seen that coming. I mean, look at the previous scenes. When a pony loses their cutie mark, they become somewhat discolored. Starlight had more color than the other citizens, but still, this is a pretty big deal. The next morning, they look to see who had been successfully brainwashed, and Party Favor comes galloping out, giving the bronies their new meme. And Fluttershy delivers the info and puts plan into action. Twilight pretends to be converted while Fluttershy surprises Starlight with water.
I knew you couldn't be trusted. No! Get away!
Starlight then reveals that the Staff of Sameness was just a stick, and that was through her magic that their cutie marks were removed. Now we can see why she kept her cutie mark. Without it, she wouldn't have had the magical power to remove the other cutie marks. But that doesn't excuse her from lying to her followers. The townsfolk begin to see her as a hypocrite and rush to get their cutie marks back while Starlight rushes to her home.
They think they can come to my village and disrupt my life? Let's see how they like spending the rest of their lives without their precious cutie marks.
Oh dear, that's not good. So the townsfolk get their cutie marks back, but Fluttershy reveals the problem.
They're in there. With her.
You know, Fluttershy, you could have told them before Starlight rushed home. And so begins the chase for the main six to get their cutie marks back. This whole scene, I was at the edge of my seat. I knew they would get them back, but the suspense was well used. Not only that, it's the townsfolk who mainly saved the day. Not just the main six, all they did was expose Starlight. It's the townsfolk who get their cutie marks back. I personally like this change. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that every party pony has the power to defy the rules of reality. So thanks to the efforts of Party Favor, Sugar Belle, Double Diamond, and Night Glider, the main six get their cutie marks back. But it's not over as Starlight gets out of the snow. She attempts to attack our secondary four, but Twilight intercepts and gives us the moral of the episode.
I studied magic for years too, but what I didn't know then was that studying could only take me so far. Each of my friends has taught me something different about myself. It was their unique gifts and passions and personalities that helped bring out the magic inside of me. I never would have learned that I represent the element of magic without these five. And I certainly wouldn't be here to stop you now.
Spare me your sentimental nonsense.
Dang, could Starlight Glimmer be even more close-minded? But with 10 ponies against 1, Starlight sees she's outmatched and escapes with her tail between her legs, giving us a possible reoccurring villain. So every pony celebrates their newfound friendship, everyone learns that working through differences leads to better friendship, and the main six get a signal from the map.
I'll never get used to that.
And that was Cutie Map. And you know what, guys? This opening was awesome! Not only did it live up to the hype, but it tackles a very mature moral almost perfectly. I can describe this story as scary but fun. I swear, I kept getting chills from those wrens. I will be seeing those in my nightmares. Not only that, but each of the main six got to let their personality shine, though I think Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy had the spotlight in this two-parter. But I did love the idea of some pony other than the main six and Spike save the day. I doubt they will make a return appearance in later episodes, but I kinda hope they will. As for Starlight, she was a legitimately good villain. Not a big villain like Chrysalis or T-Rick, but she's still a legit threat. She lures ponies in with false promises, then she forces them into her little cult and brainwashes them. You'd think she would have learned her lesson, but no. She is so close-minded, she refuses to accept the truth, believing that her way is the right way. And it's unlikely we've seen the last of her. And I can see her being a great reoccurring villain, unlike a certain unicorn. This was just the perfect kickoff for Season 5, and I hope to see more good episodes like this intro. Here's the Cutie Maps, guys. A perfect start to what may be a great season. I am Ember Scales, and that wraps up my very first review. Next up is Castle Sweet Castle. I'll see you guys then.